Hi guys, and welcome to the Steel City Slamboree wrestling podcast with me, Ewan, and my brother Leo.
Hello.
And you may be wondering why this intro seems kind of weird. And that's because we've switched roles. We've done something of an opposite day type feel with that. Today we're going to talk about Survivor Series, Raw, because Raw happened very soon before this, and then Full Gear, which is last week.
Yeah, it was last week's.
And we're also going to have the off-the-mat segment in the middle, which we'll explain when we get to that, as we usually do. Yep. So, starting with Survivor Series, do you have something you want to start with Survivor Series, or just sort of go through the matches?
Go through the matches as they were. We started off with the long intro, as we always do.
Yeah.
With these things.
Yep.
But we swiftly got into team. What I'm saying is Rhea and Io.
Yeah, it's that team
defeating Team Kabuki.
That is the way it went.
But
yes.
then the graphics make it look like it's Team AJ versus Team Becky.
Yeah,
other things have made it look like Team Charlotte versus. It's very.
It's
weird
yeah. So
organized it.
Yeah, and that was for kind of both War Games matches were a bit like that, where the graphics made out like the team captains were different too.
Yeah,
I saw as the team captains.
Yeah.
So we started. So the entrance order for the women's was pretty weird. We talked about the entrance order for both matches were very different to what I had expected. We started.
The only thing with the men's is that the last two made perfect sense.
They were always going to be those.
But we will get to that.
Yeah. So we started with the advantage match, which was Charlotte Flair versus Asuka. What I'm trying to say is they were the first two in the War Games as well as that.
With Charlotte's team they have the advantage.
Yes,
going into the match.
Yeah, and what was very apparent going into our series was the shark cages are no more. They got rid of those.
We have a theory on this.
We do have a theory on this. I'll let you take it away.
So pretty much, it's like though they had the space to still do the shark cages, which was proven during John Cena's entrance.
Yeah.
That they could have quite easily put the shark cages if they've moved the set a little bit back, moved the fans a little bit further forwards.
Exactly.
They could have quite easily got the shark cages in to do it.
Yeah.
But we think that Brock Lesnar isn't going to want to stand in a shark cage with anybody.
Yeah, I don't think he wants to.
Therefore, they got rid of the shark cages so they can do entrances.
I saw someone say that it might be because they don't want pictures of Brock Lesnar in a cage circling around.
That's also a good point.
But I honestly just don't think Brock Lesnar wants to stand in a cage with Logan Paul and whatever. But I don't know.
I didn't hate the entrances.
No, I thought
some
it was
of them
fine.
worked. Like Roman and Brock especially worked.
Yeah, definitely.
Well for entrances.
Yeah.
The rest, I could have.
I think it also allowed them to. Oh, well, actually, that's the men's War Games. We'll go on to that. We'll stick to the women's one.
None of the women's entrances kind of made an impact on the feel of the match.
Not as much as the men's, definitely not.
What we were doing, and this was through both matches, was taking the piss of how funny it is that your friend is getting beaten up in the match.
Yeah, and you're doing your whole entrance.
Your entrance.
So it's the Jeff Hardy meme when, Matt's getting beaten up and he's dancing on the entrance way.
Yeah.
And it's that kind of thing.
It was like that for everybody, because Io did the whole thing with the hood.
Yeah.
Rhea did the stomp.
Yeah, exactly.
Kyrie did her funny walk to the ring.
Well, their friends are getting beaten up.
Yeah, so it's like Lash Legend took an age, and we'll get to Lash Legend.
we will. Yeah,
she was a big talking point, especially I think she's the. I haven't seen people talk about it enough on social media.
Yeah.
But I felt like she was a big talking point.
Definitely, massive talking point about this match. Who was the third person in?
Third person in was No.
No,
it was Io. It was Io.
Yes, it was. Yeah. Io's who I thought was going to start the match, but Io's in.
She put in a bin lid, which then Rhea brought the rest of the bin later.
Yes, that was right. That was weird. Io, I think, was the MVP of the match because there wasn't many people to pick from.
Well, that's the thing. The issue with this match, and I said it in my review, was it was 10 women in a match, and none of them did anything.
Yeah, exactly. It was very...
Like, the only reason Io's the MVP is because she did the spot off the top of the cage.
Yeah, which was a crazy spot, Swanton.
Yeah.
It lacked action.
Yeah, that was just like... It just felt like we were missing people at times, and then they would disappear, and then new people would come in, and then they'd disappear.
Yeah. It
was very weird for for any kind of match, to be fair.
It really wasn't great. And So Survivor Series has been... The mixed reviews have been, like, nothing I've ever seen.
I don't think
50-50 split.
Polarizing. Is that right?
Polarizing, yeah.
Pay-per-view all year.
Yeah. And I've seen people say the Women's War Games match was good, and I just say it wasn't.
It wasn't.
It just wasn't good.
I'm confident in saying this is the worst War Games match we've had since the return.
Since it came to me
in NXT.
Yeah, I think it was. I think it was really bad. This is
the worst WWE iteration of War Games.
And so when I was speaking about War Games, we were just going through. So we said third person's in Neo. It's like, oh, I could go by every person, but there's not a lot to talk about within each one. There just wasn't. The only thing I can remember in ring was the ending and the bin lid spot. That's all I can remember. And and Lash getting in the ring, which we can talk about in a second.
Yeah.
There was so little moments, and that's the worst thing that can happen in wrestling. If there's no moments
also,
to remember.
Like, just to mention, I know some people would say the cage itself is a weapon.
Yeah.
The lack of weapons within this match.
Oh my god.
There was the bin. I think there was 2 bins, one bin lid, and a few kendo sticks, and that was it. Which isn't the point of War Games. You're going to war with another team.
I think it's unheard of to have a War Games match without a table spot as well.
Yeah, that was very weird. I know they did and they only did one in the men's.
They only did one in the men's.
Unless you count the announce table, then it was 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, just very bizarre, and especially when they're like, I know there's the whole meme of snapping into a Slim Jim.
Yeah, there is.
But wouldn't that be reason to use?
Yeah, exactly, because it's advertising. Yeah.
Also, they were painting the weapons, which Leo
hates that. Yeah.
Really issue with, because
there was a chain in there.
Who is the person who is getting paid to paint these bloody weapons?
Yeah. So I
feel sorry for him.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yes, but then I said we saw the order, so we assumed it was Charlotte starting, that Alexa would be the first one out.
Yeah.
Which she wasn't. It was then Io.
Yeah.
Then it was Bliss.
Mm-hmm.
Then it wasn't. Yeah. It was AJ, then Bliss, then Rhea.
Rhea, I think, yeah, because they wanted to save the biggest pop for last on the face team.
Yeah,
they
wanted to save the worst pop.
The worst pop, and this is absolutely no fault of Lash's.
No, this is a case of whoever produced the match.
Yeah,
maybe thought that we put Lash out last.
Yeah,
this will make her look like a star.
Yeah.
And it did the complete opposite, as the crowd
didn't care.
No.
Yeah, it didn't care. Put her in a really awkward position. She came out
there. She did the same entrance she did in NXT.
Yeah,
which I'm not saying that's an issue. What I'm saying is like that. Mm-hmm. There are some people.
Yeah,
and I know this is the case.
Yeah.
They don't watch NXT every week.
Yeah.
I don't think you watch NXT.
Not every week. I keep up with it, yeah.
But you don't watch every week.
No.
And Lash Legend, again, no fault to her own, isn't a successful NXT superstar.
No,
she wasn't a tag champion. She wasn't the women's champion. She wasn't the North American champion.
Yeah.
She got opportunities, I think, at the North American title.
Yeah.
But she never won it.
Yeah.
So people are... There are some people who aren't going to know who Lash Legend is.
Yeah.
And there are people who are going to forget that the Metaphor came up to the main roster for a bit last year.
Yeah.
In the tag team division.
That's true, yeah.
So people are going to go, who is this?
Yeah, exactly.
And then you put it with Nia, who is an established main roster star. I'm not saying that she's like one of the best, but she's established on the main roster.
She is, yeah.
So you put her in the correct position, but they've only been teaming for 2 weeks before this match.
Yeah, exactly.
So
it was the wrong
nothing
place.
about this helped Lash Legend at all.
I'm
incredibly sorry for her.
Nia and Lash shouldn't have been in this. It should have been the Judgment Day, 100%, without a shadow of a doubt. But yeah, they just made her look really, really awkward. Just stood there. She got in with absolutely no pop whatsoever. And I think she did a bit of clearing up house in a way. She, had a bit of dominance, but
she did the Nia Jax spot essentially.
Yeah, I feel like it kind of ended quite quickly after she came in, or if it didn't, then I just don't remember that much from it. I don't have much else to say.
They did the EO spot. Becky got surrounded. She tapped out, and that was it.
Yeah, and that was so. I don't have a lot else to say about this match. Just lackluster.
Yeah, it really. As I said, I think it was the worst War Games match we've had in WWE.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and some people disagree, some people agree. I know Big Dave, he agrees that it wasn't very good. Yeah. So it is what it is.
Then what I want to do is go straight into the next match.
Yeah, that's fine.
But we can't talk about it because we have to talk about the massive gap we get between matches. Because this is the first example we have of it.
Yes.
Which is you time 25 minutes between second to last.
Yes. Yeah.
I then on the rewatch time the rest, and if you go from ending bell to starting bell, before the main event comes on, you're looking at like 40 minutes of non-wrestling. Yeah. And that was like, and on the rewatch they took out the
ads
sound. No, they took out, the adverts that we only get in the
UK.
They took them out.
Yeah.
So then they're about 4 minutes each.
Oh, yeah.
So that's added 12 minutes.
Yeah.
You're looking at nearly an hour. 10 minutes.
It became very apparent. You just noticed it between matches. I mean, this was the worst I've ever seen, I think, or the worst I've ever noticed. They added ad breaks on Netflix for pay-per-views. I think that's the first time they've done it for a pay-per-view.
It feels like the first time they've done it.
And that was a bit of a shock when that came up. You hear the bloody music from SmackDown. Boom, watching SmackDown, trauma. Yeah. But yeah, it was horrific. And so,
then we had ads either side of that.
Yeah, we did.
Ads for PlayStation and ads for.
There's many WrestleMania ads. They come up constantly.
Ads. We had the Xfinity where we saw that guy.
Yeah, yeah. It was we noticed it between the first and second matches. We got to the end of Stephanie versus Nikki, and I went, right, I'm getting a timer on this. This is actually ridiculous. And 25 minutes between the third and fourth matches.
I said in my review video that between matches you could go get a drink, go to the toilet, go for half an hour walk. I
was going to say, you could probably nip to the shop round corner, come back, and you'd have another 10 minutes. Yeah, absolutely ridiculous.
I don't get why, because the thing is that, and the way I looked at it afterwards was, in the early 2000s, for example, when WWE weren't the powerhouse that they are now, where they were having advertisements, for example, like Snickers or Subway would sponsor these events. They would do a little bit where Jerry Lawler would go through what it is, do the slogan, whatever.
Yeah.
That'd be once during the night, and then that'd be it.
Yeah.
Now, WWE are a big promotion, don't need all these advertisements, and yet they're taking up more time.
Yeah.
And the only reason why we had 4 matches on the card was because we could have had 2 or 3 more matches.
Definitely.
But we need to get the advertisements.
Yeah, they could have put Last Time Is Now matches on there. They wouldn't have gone amiss at all.
We could have had the finals at Survivor Series.
I agree.
And it would have made more sense because with not having Cena on any Raws or SmackDowns between now and the last match, you could have had a face-off with John Cena at Survivor Series on the night when you know he's there to have that image of this is the final.
This is the final match there. They could have done that. It's getting really annoying. The WrestleMania ads are really pissing me off because we just don't need to be advertising it this early in.
No, I get it's like, the tickets are going on sale.
Yeah.
You know what makes this worse is that it's a reminder that they played us.
Yeah, they did, because it was all one big
everyone
farce
speculated
with the
about what this could lead to. They show Paul Heyman, we were like, it's a vision thing, here we go.
Yeah.
And then it was just WrestleMania. So then you're reminding us of when you pissed us off.
Yeah, exactly. We just don't need them. And this is going to become a yearly thing where in October, around about, advertising for April is going to begin. It's like Christmas when you start in September. It's just like the most triggering thing. It's completely ridiculous.
You start advertising WrestleMania on the build to the Royal Rumble.
So frustrating. But yes, that is when you do it,
anyway, to digress from our...
Let's get rid of the negatives and go on to a positive.
We go on to a big positive where John Cena lost and dropped the IC title to Dirty Hero Dominic Mysterio.
Dirty bloody Dom.
In what was one of the funner matches, I think overall the funnest match.
Funnest, yeah.
There was issues with the War Games for the War Games match, but
I think it was
enjoyable, but this was throughout the whole thing was the most enjoyable thing.
Yeah, it was. There was a pretty clear 2 good matches, 2 bad matches, I think, on this pay-per-view. And I'd personally put this second, but I could see why you'd think it was the best match of the night.
Yeah.
I thought it was really enjoyable. I really liked Raquel and Roxanne getting put over within the match.
Yeah, well, if I could go a little bit before that.
I've interrupted.
It's just what led to that was the awful looking spot, which was Dom going for a Hurricane Rana and essentially getting powerbombed, but splattered on the mat.
Yeah, and we've all just had something very similar to that with Penta. There's just a worry there,
and the rolling stuff as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So there was a concern that Dom's shoulder had completely given in.
Is John going to have to keep the title?
I don't think there was anyone who went...
No, it definitely looked real. No, sorry, Dave Meltzer saw past it. Because they kept the cameras on Dom. It was obvious
that's a good theory, but in the moment, when you're living in the moment, that is...
Yeah. It looked terrible, yeah.
And it gave, as you just pointed out, Raquel and Roxanne... And Cena sold their finishes like an absolute champ. Raquel getting Cena up, fair play to her. I know
so easy as well. So easy, just straight back down,
and then pot rocks from Roxanne as well.
Yeah.
And then Dom came in, hit a 619.
Yeah.
And this is where I have my issues with this match.
Who was the referee?
Chad Patton.
Chad Patton, yeah, that's right.
He is an egomaniac.
He refused to count the pinfall.
Dom goes for a pin and he just goes, you know what, pal? No, I'm not going to do that pin. The whole point of being a referee is you're supposed to be invisible. You leave your ego at the door.
He does like to make it about himself sometimes, that guy.
It's truly disgraceful.
But I couldn't agree more with his decision. Dom's a dirty cheat.
So, yeah, Raquel and Roxanne got kicked out of ringside. They were sent to the back.
And like, what's Dom going to do? Is he going to lose this match?
Then we saw John Cena do the fight, go for another 5 moves of doom, where then the referee deservingly had to take a bump, which he fully deserved, the bastard. Then we saw Finn Balor and JD come down.
We did, yeah.
They got absolutely dicked on.
Yeah, they got made to look so weak.
Yeah. They got double AA'd. And you think, what more could possibly happen?
Yeah. Is John Cena actually going to retain it? Because this was a surprise, but he's kind of cooking.
And then Liv Morgan returned, which to a big pop.
Yep.
And a lot of people were very happy about Liv being back.
And you go, oh, she's going to help Dom. She's going to help Dom. And then she gets to the ring and she slaps Dom. And you go, hang on a bloody minute.
John is marking out in the middle.
John's marking out. Dom's been turned on. John's actually going to win this match. I can't believe it.
And then Liv jumps on John. Jumps on John.
Yep, and he has to retreat.
And you think,
whoa, what has John been doing? He's been naughty, hasn't he?
He's John dirty.
I think heel John got some, and face John's not happy about it.
And then we saw the recall to Elimination Chamber with Morgan. Yeah. We saw the serious face come out.
The face change.
She goes for the nut shot.
Yep.
And she helps Dom get the win, which made perfect sense.
Happy days, I guess.
And Dom becomes a 2-time Intercontinental Champion. Thank God.
Liv has now a habit of slapping Dom because she slapped him on Raw as well.
It was aggressive.
It's getting uncomfortable, that relationship, abusive. Some might say
they like the physicalness of a relationship.
And
that's it. It was a really fun match, and I very much enjoyed it.
Yep.
And couldn't be happier that Dom is double champion.
I could be happier, but it's fine. I think something we didn't touch on that kind of ties in to Women's War Games. We'll say this now is the ending to Raw last night.
Oh, yeah. I thought we were going to mention it during the Raw part.
We can do that if you like. Would you like to wait?
Yeah,
we'll wait.
We've done a little bit of a teaser.
We'll go on Stephanie Vaqueros, Nikki Bella. A match which I can't actually really remember.
This is the thing, and when I rewatched it, what I put in my notes is there are 2 ways to look at this. Yeah. Was this a good Nikki Bella match?
Probably, yeah.
Was this a good Stephanie Vaquero? No, this was a terrible Stephanie Vaquero match. Because both of them are held to a completely different standard. Nikki Bella has, though she has, what I can only assume is snuck her way onto pay-per-view matches.
Pretty much.
At Clash in Paris and this one here.
Yeah.
Because the Rumble doesn't count, she returned.
Yeah.
I want no issue with that. Her matches have not been very good overall.
She has a very, very, very limited moveset.
Yeah. You can... The issue is, and I don't want to come... because I know how much hate this would actually get. The era of which AJ and Nikki came from shows in the wrestling that they do.
Yeah, because it's not great.
Yeah, they're like... I get that AJ is beloved by the entire world. I am a fan of AJ Lee.
Yeah, definitely.
The 2 matches we've seen, she hasn't done a lot.
No, true.
Nothing has said she is a good wrestler.
No,
it's
exactly.
like she is an alright wrestler.
Yeah, exactly.
And this was exactly the same here.
You've got to leave the wrestling before the wrestling leaves you.
Yeah,
and the wrestling's left them.
And let's be fair, I know that this is memed.
Yeah.
We know why Nikki's here. Child support is expensive. and I get it to a degree.
Yeah.
But if Brie is available,
you
just bring Brie back in as well.
You would,
just have them do the Bella stuff. Because at least in tag matches where there's a division for it, you don't have to put that much concentration on it.
Yeah. You almost feel like
there was a very big concentration on the tag team division, but
there was, very, very.
I would much rather see Nikki and Bella challenging for the tag titles than challenging for the world title.
Yeah, definitely.
But this match was a good Raw match.
Yeah, it was.
It
whatever
did not need to be on pay-per-view.
No, it didn't.
I know that we talked about Raquel and Roxanne having impacts on the Dom match.
Yeah.
I would much preferred a triple threat match here.
Yeah, with those two.
To see the dynamic of Roxanne and Raquel, which we know are good tag team partners.
We do.
They're not the best of friends.
No, they're not. I think Raquel still feels like she's, in charge of Roxanne in a way.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I feel like that whole dynamic would have been quite good within a triple threat. Similar to the matches we saw back at Survivor Series 2000 and
Nine, yeah.
Which was Undertaker and the 2 tag team champions of Jericho.
Yep.
And then John Cena and the DX.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was a case of WWE, please stop putting Nikki Bella on PLEs because we don't want to pay to see
Well, unfortunately, she's not done.
Around.
Yeah, she's not done. So
she says she's not done. She's sticking around.
That's frustrating, but it's okay.
It's fine. Just take her out of the World Title division. Take her out of any championship division, and we're fine.
Exactly. And so then we move on
to the men's war
to what was my match of the night.
Yeah, and I would agree, apart from one moment.
That's fine.
But we had what I
I know what moment you mean.
As Team Heyman versus Team Punk.
That were the teams.
They are what we would have. It's not Team Brock and Team Cody.
Yeah.
It's not Team
Roman and Team Brock.
Yeah, it was
Team
Heyman and Team Punk.
When Cody came out on Raw and said, "Welcome to my team," I thought,
incorrect.
Are you alright? It's not your team.
Yeah. But yeah, like in the moment, this was definitely worth a rewatch.
Yeah, I think it was pretty good. We started with CM Punk and Braun Breaker,
which was surprising. I didn't see CM Punk start.
No,
I would have.
I was very
much. Say now, Cody should have started that match.
That's fair. I was thinking Jey Uso was going to start.
Yeah, for the entrance, which we all get to.
And then Drew came out, which again I think was a bit of a surprise. I expected
you'd assume Bronson would.
I'd expected Bronson Reed there. Yeah, Drew. Can I just say, felt like an afterthought in this match. He didn't really do anything of any kind of note. Following CM Punk thing, Cody Rhodes came out.
Can we talk about Cody Rhodes?
And we can. Are we talking about the spot?
So Cody Rhodes comes in, he flies into the ring.
Yeah, as they do.
They trapped. Drew held the door shut.
Yeah.
So Cody had to go over the top to get in.
That's right. Yeah.
And then Cody dropped Braun Breaker and Drew McIntyre,
which is fair enough.
That's what a babyface would do when you are the most healthiest person in the ring.
Yes.
He can then see.
He can see his two opponents
in front of him with his 2 American eyes. Drew is right there on the floor. Braun Breaker is right there on the floor.
Yeah.
So when CM Punk comes up behind him, taps him on the shoulder, and he back elbows the hell out of him.
Yeah.
Who did he think that was?
I don't know. That was odd.
There is one of 2 people.
Yeah.
CM Punk or a referee.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Either way,
it's not a good idea. Yeah.
That person.
This was odd because when they do stuff like this, it's like feels like they're teasing a possible match or a turn or something.
Did they refer to it again?
No.
And
that match can't happen they're the 2 world champions. It just can't. They're not going to unify the titles. So that made literal no sense.
In the last podcast we did, I talked about how there's too much ego on this team.
Yeah.
That proved it to me.
It did. Yeah.
Cody looked like a complete idiot.
He did. And unfortunately, he never recovered from that because he didn't do a lot else in the match,
no.
Which was weird. It's odd when the WWE champion kind of does nothing in a War Games match. Punk did plenty, so that's good. And
he took the fall, which was important.
Yes.
We'll talk about that more near the end to Raw.
So... Logan after Cody, or was it Bronson?
Yeah,
no, Logan.
It was Logan, Bronson, Brock.
Yep, and then on the other side it was Jimmy, Jey, Roman.
Yes.
Should we talk about?
Do you know what's funny? I figured something when I watched it upon the rewatch.
Yeah.
When they showed the graphic for the match.
Yeah.
If you go front to back, they showed the men's heels order.
Oh really?
It was literally done in the order which they came out in, and if they swapped Jimmy and Jey over, that had been that as well. I found it quite weird. But then we come to Jey Uso singing.
Jey Uso.
Jey Uso comes in, does everyone pops? Wow, Jey Uso,
yeah, everyone's happy. Yeah,
he comes in. He doesn't clear house, but he takes out a few people.
Yeah, with the help of the other faces who have regained.
Dead into the camera.
Yeah,
and all those at home go, please don't do that. Please don't do it. He does the sign.
Yeah.
And they hit his theme song.
Oh,
he, by the way, in the campest way possible.
Yeah.
Turns around, starts climbing the cage, and starts grinding upon the wire, which is holding the cage together.
Oh, I hated this.
This is bad enough on a normal day. I hated this at SummerSlam when they did it in the Roman tag match.
Yeah.
Now, the circumstances were that if there are 4 people on the heel team in the ring, and and Jey is the 4th member of his team to come in, the next heel into the match
is Brock Lesnar.
Is not just anyone. It's Brock Lesnar. At that point, you're making sure all the heels are down because you need to surround Brock Lesnar upon entry.
Yeah.
And they don't.
No, they
dance
didn't.
around. And it's not even Jey. Jey was doing the worst dancings. He was on top of the cage.
Yeah.
But Jimmy was eating. Punk was bopping around. Only Cody was stood there.
I respect Cody more and more.
It's kind of weird because you'd expect Cody to be the one bopping around and Punk to be the one.
I think it's because Punk is happy to be unserious when he wants to be. And I feel like that for Cody, it's like a traditional wrestler kind of Cody.
Yeah.
That for him was like, this is too far.
Gunther type. Like Gunther wouldn't be seen dead bopping around.
Exactly. In his own mind, that was like absolutely.
So then, in typical Brock Lesnar fashion, he jumps his cue.
Obviously, yeah.
Because if you don't know what we're referring to, in the 2022 Elimination Chamber, Brock
just left
the hell out of his pod early and came out. So Brock, he comes out early, and we know this.
Brock waits for no man
because the timer starts while he's making his entrance.
Exactly, yeah.
And he shits on everybody.
They have done that before. Nia Jax did that in the Royal Rumble one time. Anyway,
obviously beats crap out of everybody, which you'd expect.
Definitely.
Prices F5s all around for everybody. World champions involved.
Yep.
Roman Reigns comes out.
Yes.
And Brock Lesnar leaves the cage. Now,
silly, I would say.
Some people are saying, well, the heel should have forfeited the match. You can't leave the cage. It would be a disqualification.
That's not how it works.
That's not how it works. The rules clearly state the match doesn't begin until all 5 competitors enter the cage.
Yeah, exactly.
Therefore, you can't forfeit a match that hasn't started yet.
No. So the interesting thing was that Brock and Roman obviously had a brawl on the outside. He sold a Superman punch like it killed him. We were telling him to Superman punch.
There is only one way to beat Brock Lesnar. There's
a few. There's 3 or 4.
There's multiple ways to get Brock Lesnar on the rocks to then set him up to a defeat.
Definitely.
You push him into the post.
Yeah.
You push him into the ring steps. You hit him in his massive cock.
Yeah, that is basically right.
That is how you do it.
So he should have Superman punched him in the cock.
If Superman punched Brock Lesnar in the cock, he would have beaten him.
He would have. He hates a low blow. He also doesn't like to be hit over the head with the title as well. That's another one. But so they have a little brawl on the outside. And
then Brock catches him on a Superman punch, which we've seen
many times. He F5s him through the announce table, which we've seen so many times.
And he just shits on him for ages.
Yeah, and so now you're thinking, well, the match is going to take a while to get started because Roman's got to get up and get back in the cage.
Brock just chucks him back in.
Basically, yeah, he carries him all the way back in.
Yeah, the match starts and they do a finisher fest on Brock.
Yeah, and the ending part of this match was just a bit of a finisher fest and a bit of craziness, which is good, I think.
I think we missed a couple of things with Bron Breakker because he was in the other ring.
Yep.
He did a Frankenstein. Sorry, completely forgot.
The Doomsday Device.
Yeah,
Bron got dropped on his head by Punk and Cody. Yeah.
Like, he landed straight on his neck.
That was crazy, yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised he even could walk afterwards. I know I'm not sure if I saw this correctly, but I'm pretty sure Bron tried to pick somebody up in the other ring during the match and he just dropped him. Yeah. Which made me very concerned, and it makes me curious as to why, to spoil a bit of Raw, why they've announced that world title match a month in advance.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's so he can probably recover a little bit from that.
Yeah. Roman... So there was a spot where Jey and Roman are trying to set Brock up for something, and Brock picks Jey out the air, and then Roman's like,
you know what?
I'm just going to spare them, and it's going to probably kill Jey.
Jey took... It wasn't too bad. There was a spot where Jey landed... I think it might have been the German suplex from Brock, where Jey landed on the bottom of the table in the corner.
And it broke a tad, yeah.
Like, it didn't look like a gnarly spot or like it hurt Jey. Yeah. It was just one of those little things that you kind of see.
Yeah.
And then, Jey took a table spot on Brock Lesnar's shoulders as he took a spear, which means going back first.
It's kudos, really. It was great. It was probably the spot of that match.
Yeah, but you can't say that because you're not allowed to like Jey Uso matches.
That's true, yeah. In fact, what am I saying? The match sucks Jey Uso, isn't it? No, and then we get to sort of a fever pitch. Bron Breakker is literally spearing everybody. Yeah. He's going crazy, MVP of the match. But Punk's GTS is somebody.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who it was. Goes for a pin, and then the camera cuts away from the pin. You're like, what's going on here? This is really odd. And then the masked figure's there, and you go, well, gosh, damn it.
We see a hooded figure climbing the cage. What we don't see, or what we only just see, is Bron Breakker breaking
Bron Breakker did break up the pin.
GTS.
They didn't just stop the pin, which is what I thought at the time.
Yeah. And then the masked figure, hooded figure, super kicks CM Punk, stomps CM Punk, which then the whole place goes, oh my god,
Seth's done us again,
And then the guy jumps up the cage like it's nothing, jumps down the cage like it's nothing.
Yeah. Your brain...
you go, well, that's not something.
It's not something. Your brain goes, oh, it's Seth Rollins, and then you go, well, why would he help the Vision? Yeah. This makes no sense.
And I think that's what people, going off reactions, and I've seen a lot of reactions to this now. I have
this has been everywhere.
It's not the case of I've looked for them. I've gone out of my way to look for reactions to this.
Yeah.
And the first thing is that people do not clock that Seth Rollins was attacked by the Vision and that he wouldn't help the storyline. It's the first thing they just don't mention.
No, they don't.
So then But then that's one of the first things we said was the fact that
he wouldn't help the vision.
He wouldn't help Braun.
And then there's the obvious thing of like the way that the guy moved. Seth Rollins' knees don't work that well anymore.
He's just come back from shoulder surgery.
The guy
be able to use his arms that well.
Hopped the cage really quickly.
If you think it's Chris Jericho, you're an idiot.
Yeah, Chris Jericho doesn't move like that.
And you can say, "Oh, but Chris Jericho's been in the gym. He's in really good shape." Yeah. He's 50.
I know.
No 50-year-old.
I'd almost go as far as saying whoever it is in their 20s.
Yeah, I mean,
I think they're young.
I've heard it could be LA Knight. I can believe that to a degree.
To a degree, yeah. If he'd have slipped a little bit as he got up, I would have been like, "It's definitely LA Knight." No, I'm joking. Yeah. I love LA Knight.
But I think it's a case of we've talked about this a lot over the last what feels like 48. It's way a little bit longer than that now.
Yeah,
and it's come down to people who we would like it to be.
Yeah,
you'd like it to be Carmelo Hayes.
I'd love it to be Carmelo Hayes.
I'd like it to be Ethan Page.
Yeah,
but realistically,
those aren't the two people I believe it is.
Really, and we've said this, and we've had big discussions. We think it's either Theory or Trick Williams.
Those are my two. The build.
Because Theory hasn't been around for a while. He has been linked with the division through rumours since the beginning.
He's the obvious choice in a way.
And what you pointed out earlier, Trick Williams is not going to be on Deadline, and he's not in the Iron Survivor Challenge, and he really has nothing going on.
He has nothing going on. The build of the guy looks a bit like Trick as well. The build doesn't go a long way, so it could be Trick. Those are the two I think most believable ones. I've also heard Montez Ford. I think the guy's too built to be Montez Ford, but I wouldn't hate that. That'd be a pretty big swerve.
I'd be worried about Angelo. But
that's what I said. I'd be worried about Angelo.
Maybe you bring Bro for the Profits in.
Yeah, I say maybe you bring Bro for them in.
Because they haven't really done much since losing the titles to the Wyatts.
No, they haven't. And they need something because they're a great tag team at the end of the day.
I miss 2021, 2023 Profits.
Yeah, definitely.
And then that's kind of how it ended. And then we saw this thing with Roman, and I saw someone break it down a little bit. Yeah. Which was Roman was in the middle. He was in the centerpiece of the ring.
He was. Yeah.
And what people are saying that it represents as an image.
I think I might have seen this, but go.
His family on one side, and championships on the other side.
Yeah, and he doesn't know which way to choose.
And he went to the
We know which way he's going to choose. He's going to choose championship
side. And I think I don't know. I've heard this about Roman and Cody.
They've definitely...
And the thing is, I don't mind if it's going to be Roman and Cody, because if we're going to do a third Mania match, we've got to have the right story for it. I don't want it if they haven't got a good storyline. I don't want it.
I think it should be a Hell in a Cell match if they do it.
That makes sense. They're both. Roman isn't as much associated with Hell in a Cell.
No,
but Cody
is. They've got the thing of we want to keep, because the last two times we've done it, people have got involved for obvious. We want to keep people out of it as a whole, so Hell in a Cell works. I also think the feud warrants Hell in a Cell because it's a third match. It's a rubber match. Yeah, I think they'll probably stick some dumbass tagline on it, last time ever, and it won't be or something. Yeah. But I think if they would do it at WrestleMania, stick it in a Hell in a Cell. I think.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't have any disagreements with that, to be fair. Yeah. And then that would... But then obviously the case of Roman and Punk. I don't hate the idea of Roman and Punk. I'm curious of what a Roman and Punk one-on-one match looks like in 2026.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously they had the triple threat with Seth, which was very good.
Yeah, it could stink up the gaff.
Yeah, it kind of depends which Roman wants to show up. Yeah, the one that can be bothered.
But I think the promos would be good.
But what I don't want, and this match will be, either of the matches would be for a championship, and that's Roman winning. Roman doesn't need another title reign. No. He has solidified himself as the champion.
Yeah.
That he doesn't need to have it again.
No, you don't.
Because no one's going to beat his record anytime soon.
No, not for a long, long time.
So it's a case of how championship designs are associated with people.
Yeah.
So you see the title that was around in 2001, 2002 to the spinner belt coming in. Yeah. That is associated with Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
You have the spinner belt, which is also John Cena, Randy Orton.
Yeah.
CM Punk in a way.
Yeah.
The other one, you got The Rock, John Cena. Yeah. And then this, you've got kind of not the golden one, just the black normal one.
Yeah.
AJ Styles is associated with that for so long. The golden one is Cody and Roman.
It solidifies their feud,
And the Universal title is synonymous.
The blue Universal title specifically.
Well, even the red one is still synonymous with Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
So he doesn't need to win another championship, especially not the world title. I don't honestly, I don't think the world title looked very good on him anyway.
No. And that's kind of a reason why I wouldn't want Cody and Roman again, because I think Cody would have to win, but I don't really want Cody to hold that title past WrestleMania.
But, and let's be very clear here,
yeah,
Roman and Cody doesn't need a title on it.
No, they could. Cody could defend it in Elimination Chamber and lose it, and then they could still main event WrestleMania with Cody vs Roman and just not have the title. They can do that. So yeah.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But Survivor Series as a whole, I gave it 5 out of 10 because too good, too bad.
Too good, too bad. Straight down the middle. What can you say? Yeah.
There's nothing like a fifth match or something to kind of put around.
No.
So yeah, it was kind of fine. War games as a concept.
Yeah, everyone's saying it.
When needed is the words in it.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone says it.
We only do war games when it's needed. If we were to do, I'm just going to throw 2 teams out there. If we did MFTs versus Judgment Day, war games.
Yeah.
But if we're just going to do 5 people versus 5 people, make a traditional Survivor Series.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, exactly. We don't need war games. War games is supposed to be.
The match on SmackDown was really fun. I feel like it was and not only that, but the NXT TNA Showdown had these matches. And they were both really fun. Yeah. I think it's a reminder of how good these were.
War Games needs to be a brutal sort of blood feud in a way. It doesn't, and they weren't. Neither matches were brutal particularly. So just save it for when you need it, and that's like Hell in a Cell. It's easy.
Exactly. And I know some people are going to hate this. I liked Raw versus SmackDown, and I think a build between Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce would actually be quite fun to watch.
I think it would be quite good, I
think it would be better than like Kurt Angle and Shane McMahon.
Yeah.
Because they won't get involved in the Survivor Series match itself.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
So, for me, I would quite happily take a Raw vs SmackDown if we could do a draft.
Yeah, they've got to do a draft, obviously, but yeah.
And then we could build like a year for Raw vs SmackDown Survivor Series.
Yeah, true.
Because Pearce and Aldis can be on the same pay-per-views together and kind of just putting little feelers out there.
Yeah, my guy. Look at my guy winning. Yeah.
I feel like that would. I feel like a Raw vs SmackDown Survivor Series would have been better received than what we got.
I think so.
The Survivor Series. So just an idea to put out there.
We'll briefly touch on some things from Raw then.
Yeah. So obviously, like coming out of this, we saw Bron Breakker pin CM Punk.
Yes.
That then led to Raw. It wasn't the first segment on.
No.
We don't really need to spoil the first segment.
No, we don't need to go through all the segments.
But it was announced that on January 5th, which I assume will be some kind of... It won't be day 1 Raw.
No, but it'll be
like some kind of New Year Raw.
It'll be like anniversary Raw of the first...
Maybe something like that.
Netflix one.
Anniversary
Netflix
Raw,
anniversary, yeah.
Bron Breakker will be challenging CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah. So I think obviously the thing coming out of Raw is that we're literally nowhere even close to figuring out who the masked guy is.
Yeah.
Adam Pearce asked Eddie Arango for some reason if he could figure out.
Referee in the locker room.
Yeah.
Asking around.
I've already said that I think there's a chance we don't see the masked figure till that match now, potentially.
Do you think this masked figure cost CM Punk the World Championship?
I don't know. I don't think I can see Bron Breakker winning the title in January. I think this match did wonders for him. War Games. I think it really did. But I still don't think he's ready. I could see him winning it at WrestleMania.
Do you think they do a screwy finish and then Bron goes on to be a favourite for the Rumble?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe the masked figure comes back out, tries to screw Punk, but the match gets thrown out or something.
Does the masked figure have a time limit on it because of the Royal Rumble?
The masked figure has a time limit on it because of how short people's attention spans are just in general.
That's true.
People get very bored of stuff nowadays.
It's one of the issues I have with bloody wrestling fans.
You can't have long-term storytelling anymore because people can't be asked to wait the 6 months to a year that it takes to build a long-term story.
The only reason they got away with it with the Bloodline is because people didn't get invested till 2024.
Yeah.
So then us who have been watching, and let's be fair, the Bloodline storyline started in 2020 when Roman won the title.
Yeah.
That they weren't around for all that. They just watched the YouTube clips of what happened on the way.
I think they should definitely reveal who it is before the Royal Rumble, though.
Yeah,
it has to.
The person who it is has to be in the Rumble.
I think that Raw makes sense. If they want to make it a special Raw, then you do it on that one.
You do on that.
And
plus, you've only got a month to wait.
Obviously, the interesting thing with the masked figure is we don't really know. Like, everyone's just assuming they're going to join the Vision, and I get that that's the assumption, but it's not necessarily true.
No, because he attacks CM Punk.
It could be a personal attack on CM Punk
for the World Championship.
We haven't thought about the fact that the attacker wanted it to make it look like it was Seth Rollins, which is an interesting thing. Because obviously, if you wanted to make it look like Seth Rollins, you'd do it to a Vision member because that's what Seth Rollins would actually want to do.
Yeah.
So it's loads of different sort of mind theories that come with that. But yeah, I'm sure that match will be. I'm sure it'll be good. I think Punk and Breakker can produce a good match.
Yeah, I agree.
And then we had the 2 semi-finals, so we'll touch on those. Couldn't be happier with the results of LA Knight versus Jey Uso.
I don't think I'd pop. Like, the thing is that I have nothing against Jey right now, and he's somebody else I feel very sorry for.
Yeah,
because he is getting all kinds of abuse.
The online hate is ridiculous.
And it started with the match against Punk at Saturday Night's Main Event, where he did one neck breaker wrong, and suddenly he's
worst
the
match of the year
wrestler alive.
Oh my god!
And it's so undeserving.
Jey does a botch in a match, worst match of the year. Anyone else botches, it's fine. Wrestlers are allowed to botch. Yeah, it's so frustrating. He doesn't botch any more than like LA Knight does. No offense to LA Knight.
Well, yeah, we saw LA Knight slip on the ropes, which that move he's so hit and miss with.
He is, yeah.
Like sometimes he'll get it bang on, it looks great, and then sometimes he will miss it. But it's just one of those things.
He still does the move, and
sometimes the ropes are slippier. On other days,
Jade Cargill knows all about that.
Yeah. So then you've got this. Then there's the spear, Jay's spear for the finish.
Yeah.
Yes, it wasn't a good spear, but Jey doesn't do a good spear anyway.
No, he doesn't.
So guess what? It just adds to his load of not good spears.
Jey hits the splash, and you're like, ball game.
Yeah,
ball
game. Thank God. Right. Okay,
Jey's won. Brilliant.
Whatever. I kind of saw this coming anyway.
And then LA Knight just
switches it around.
Crucifix rolls him up. Yeah.
And yeah, he gets the 3, and I don't think I popped at a roll.
I was very happy. Yeah. Leads to a new story for Jey Uso. Well, not a new story.
Crashed out.
The continuation of a story they dropped a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, for War Games.
Yeah, and he said Roman was right. The title looks better on me, so you have to assume that Jey's going to begin his transformation-ish to the next tribal chief, or at least that kind of heel persona.
I was so concerned for Jimmy's health. When he was crashing out, I was praying that Jimmy wasn't going to come out and be like, "No, Jey, it's fine." He would have eaten a super kick.
Jimmy wasn't there, luckily.
Jimmy wasn't there. Like, I think Jimmy's going to go back on just being SmackDown, I'd assume.
Happy days. Stay away from your brother.
Because we assumed
the Usos should be back together, yeah.
That, and you'd assume that Jimmy was going to come back to Raw, but then Naomi got pregnant. And so then you didn't need to bring him back onto Raw.
And then we had a really good match between Solo and Gunther. I think this is
one of Solo's best matches to date.
Yeah, and that's not just because Gunther carried him through it. Solo had a really great performance in that match. I was very happy with it. I didn't really mind who won. I think I just assumed Gunther was going to win, and he did. And I was very happy with that. It didn't make Solo look weak. Solo looked strong in defeat, so it's fine.
Had to nutshot him, which I think people have forgotten that Gunther is a heel.
Gunther is a heel.
Naturally.
Yep, he saw the ref was turned, he went, "Well, I'm a bastard anyway."
He literally shrugged his shoulders with it. Yeah. And then, he got the win, which I'm very happy with. But again, I was fully behind Solo getting a win. I was fully behind Gunther.
Solo was the only guy left in the tournament last night, which made sense for Cena's young person thing. That's now been thrown away. But it's fine.
Yeah, and then we're pretty much getting a first-time match for Cena in the final either way.
Yeah, Gunther LA Knight, and I'm sure both matches will be great in their own way, depending on who wins.
I think the only issue with having LA Knight win the tournament is the fact that he can't go one-on-one with Cena on the mic.
Which would be great.
To build to the match, which would be very good. Because John Cena would find speech him.
He would, yeah. But LA Knight, he's got that Kavorka. As I said, he gets your loins tingling. You got to watch out for LA Knight. No, I love LA Knight. I hope LA Knight wins that match, but I don't care if Gunther wins, really, because I know the match will be really good. So
that's the thing. Either way, I'm happy with how this comes out. Yeah. And it kind of works out to the way I wanted the tournament to work out. Anyway, it's a bit of a hard way to get there.
Yeah.
But we got to where we needed to be.
Yeah.
Was it a failed tournament?
No. The tournament was great. I don't know what you're talking about. We got some of the best TV matches we've had all year within this tournament.
Yeah.
Mostly around Gunther, he's really killed it.
Yeah.
But it was great. Here's a question. Was Raw epic last night?
No.
No, it wasn't. Triple H's false promises continue.
Yeah. The ending was good. I didn't care for the Charlotte, Alexa versus Rhea and Io match.
Yeah, we were just on our phones right now.
And it kind of proved my point from the last podcast, which was that none of these teams on War Games actually get along, because the first Raw main event since then was against two teams who were on the same team for War Games. But we got a decent finish. I feel like something happened they did the double natural selection.
Yeah.
And I went, they're
not going to win.
They're either going to win here, and it'll be it.
Yeah.
And as soon as they kicked out, it was like, cool, we're getting a DQ finish.
Yeah. So the Kabukis came out, DQ finish. Lyra and Bailey came out.
Which I was surprised about, because I know that they we kind of want a shot.
Yeah.
And Adam Pearce just palmed them off like they were nothing.
Yeah.
And then, I kind of didn't think they were going to come out, then they did. I was like, oh, cool, sound. Yeah. And then the Judgment Day came out as a 3.
Yes, they did.
Which was big for some people, because they weren't sure how the living
exactly. But they're trusted.
They ended up standing tall in the end.
They did, yeah.
And then in what was the big talking point within the end, which was Roxanne went to give Liv the tag title.
Yeah.
And then Liv handed it her back.
Yeah, because Liv is focused on the world
because
title.
Earlier in the night, Stephanie Vaquer had a interview backstage, and Liv interrupted her.
Just coming for all the gold.
So the Judgment Day are going to be back on top again soon.
He likes that. Yeah, this was interesting. The big talking point was that this would have made more sense to be a War Games build than the War Games build we actually got. Yeah. Because, you know, you're saying 6 versus 5, but Charlotte wasn't asked, so she could have just not been asked.
And I feel like it would have fit Charlotte's character way better.
Yeah.
Because it would have been, just to go through it, I don't want to spell it out for people in an insulting way. But it could have been Asuka and Kairi as the Kabuki Warriors.
Yeah.
And then Liv, Raquel, and Roxanne. Yeah. Versus Rhea, Io, Bayley, Lyra, and then Alexa Bliss. Yeah. And then Charlotte could have gone, well, I want no part of this because I don't trust Rhea. Yeah. Fine, whatever. You can do whatever. I'm staying on the team, though. Yeah. You've got 5 and 5. You've got a War Games match, and you've got one that's going to be lot better than that.
Yeah. So that was frustrating, but it is what it is. Raw was fine.
It was fine. It was just an average Raw.
Yeah. And so I don't think I have anything else.
And that's kind of all the WWE stuff we have. Yeah. I mean.
So move on to the off the mat segment.
We'll move on to the off the mat segment. So moving on now to the Off the Mat segment, a portion of the podcast where we talk about things that aren't necessarily wrestling. They can be if we want them to be, but it could be TV, movies. We've talked about football. We've talked about
lots of TV and stuff like that.
TV, movies, and anything really. Music as well.
Memes. We talked about memes one time.
So. A-levels got brought up once.
It did, yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of just, it shows a bit more personality.
Yeah, exactly.
So you get to know us better.
Yeah, because we're kind of normal guys, really. We're into normal stuff.
Normal.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And then, you can vote on these things on the channel polls or on the Spotify polls, which we didn't mention.
How about that? Yeah, moving up in the world.
I have put the podcast on Spotify, should you want to listen to it on there, preferably. Yeah. I think last week, 2 weeks ago.
What did I choose?
You chose Scotland qualifying for the World Cup.
Scotland qualifying for the World Cup, yeah.
I chose...
Was it a wrestler?
It was F1, the F1 movie.
The F1 movie, yeah. I don't know who won that.
I didn't look who won before the case.
So he will put it on screen?
I'll put it on screen now.
There we go. Okay, so now we move on to off the map segment, and I'll let you go first. I'm pretty sure I went first last time.
Okay, that's fair. I would like to put into this week the movie Taken.
Oh, I've never seen it.
You've never seen it? Oh,
obviously, I know the premise of Taken. Liam Neeson.
It is nightmare fuel.
He rings the guy. The phone call is the famous scene from it.
I mean, how do I put it? It's like, without spoiling it, and you probably know.
I kind of know the premise of it, yeah.
But his daughter goes on a trip to Paris.
Yeah.
She's like only 17 or something. He wants to go with her.
Yes.
But she assures him that the person that she's going with, parents are going to be there.
Ooh.
Well, guess what?
They're not there.
They're not.
Yeah.
Not only has she been lied to, but she's lied to him.
Yeah.
So there's just been a whole Chinese whispers of lies.
Basically, yeah.
But they meet a guy at the airport who they share a taxi with.
Oh, no, they don't.
And he then knows where they are staying.
Okay, yeah.
And they both get taken.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
There's the infamous phone call.
What is it?
I will find you and I will kill you.
Yeah, that's right. But you got to say Liam Neeson accent.
Yeah, which I can't do. I'm going to try.
And I will kill you. No, I can't do it.
And then, he just goes on an absolute warpath.
Yeah.
And it's funny in a way once you know what's going on. Uh-huh. One of the things that, it doesn't sound sadistic.
Yeah.
But I'd love to be someone who's there when a parent first watches this film.
Yeah.
Because it is nightmare fuel.
It is nightmare fuel. I find it interesting because it's not like necessarily classically the type of film that we would watch, maybe.
No.
Or you would watch or whatever. But yeah.
How they got 3 films of it, I have no idea. I watched the first and the second one recently, and I got around to the third one.
How does he keep letting his kid get taken?
Well, I think the third one I read the description for, and it was like he gets framed for a murder.
Oh, right. Fair
the
enough.
Second one is the repercussions of the first film. So it's like, you killed all these people who are my family. Mm-hmm. Now I'm going to kidnap you.
Okay, that makes sense, yeah.
And then, we kind of go... But then his wife also gets taken. So it's like something like that. It's like... I did see it as like... and we're going to take your daughter again.
Oh my gosh, we're running it back.
I did see an interview with Liam Neeson where he thought that the film would go straight to DVD.
Oh, okay.
And it became like one of the biggest films
Yeah,
ever.
Massive. Absolutely massive film.
But no, I'm not sure about as a franchise, but as a first film, it
kind of feels like a one and done type scenario. But yeah, I see what you mean.
But yeah, it was absolutely. It's like every bit of it. When you see like certain reveals, as you've not seen it, you get like certain reveals in the film. You just your heart drops. It's like, oh no.
Yeah, fair enough. Thriller type situation.
It's really intense. It's like when you watch it for the first time, it's really intense.
Yeah.
And then like obviously when you know what happens, it takes away a little bit. But it's still a movie you can quite happily rewatch, especially if you're like big into action.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I like that bit.
But yeah, I'm not gonna go with Taken the franchise. Taken 1.
Taken 1.
He's the one I'm gonna put in.
Yeah, fair enough. On to me.
Go on then.
I'm keeping it in the wrestling world.
Okay. I'm
gonna go with the wrestler. It's taken him long enough to get on here from me.
Oh, I don't know who this is now.
It's taken me long enough, but I feel he finally broke through and has been getting a lot more positive reactions recently. So I'm going to put in Carmelo Hayes.
Ewan is a big fan of him.
He was always going to be on here. He's almost like my favourite wrestler at the minute.
Yeah.
Like, if he had a match with anybody, I'd be cheering for him to win.
I think what Dom is to me is Carmelo
to me, yeah. It's right. I just think he has all the... I mean, you probably think the same about Dom. He just has all the tools to become a future world champion, I think.
I agree with you about that with Carmelo Hayes and with the whole Dom thing,
he's a good heel, really good heel.
Yeah.
I think he can be a good face, but he's yet to really show that.
He was like, he
was a decent face in NXT, I think. I just don't think...
He wasn't a face for very long.
No, he wasn't. He had a very short face run. He's an incredible wrestler. I think that goes without saying. He can do like great things in the ring. And his match with Gunther was really good. And the crowd really got into that because... I think everyone sort of slowly started to cheer for him as he was playing the underdog card.
I want to say that they showed something on Raw, which explained why him winning the tournament would make the most sense. And that kind of went against what they were trying to do.
Well, I think they said a lot about the fact that there's a lot of similarities between him and John Cena.
Apart from like the place of which they are from.
He did the ruthless aggression thing.
Yeah.
When he came to NXT against Adam Cole, I think it was when he did it.
Like that,
where they're from obviously is part of it. He's young and needs an opportunity to take, so he would have been a good pick. I'm not too mad now because the final's fine, but I think Carmelo Hayes...
It would have nice to get an interaction between him and John.
Yeah, Carmelo Hayes needs a push. I think, you know what I'd like actually? I think WrestleMania, Carmelo Hayes versus Dominic Mysterio, book it, IC title.
I disagree.
Fair enough, that's fine. I
think right now, Carmelo Hayes is still in a not great position to be going for a championship unless he answers the open challenge, which I hope he does because him and Ilya would
be a great match. Yeah,
fantastic match. I think if you spend the next few months, that's kind of wrong. If you build him to a point where people are like, Hayes should be on WrestleMania, but he just loses out.
Yeah.
And then we continue to build him. He's a Money in the Bank contender.
Yeah, okay, I don't hate that actually. Yeah.
I think if you build him correctly, he could really be someone for Money in the Bank.
He'd be a good Money in the Bank winner.
And he would use the briefcase really well. Especially if they bring Trick up as well. They could have the both of them put back together again, which they really should do at some point. He's kind of like... Nothing really comes to mind, but it's like two people who are so associated together, they should be back as teammates at some point.
Yeah. Also, I think Carmelo, in a way, can kind of attract to the younger crowd.
Yeah,
because he's almost down with the kids, if you will. Yeah, he knows all the memes. He's online like the rest of us.
Yeah,
I think I really like his theme song as well. Like that's kind of grown on me as well. But
fair. I couldn't agree more.
I think they went in too hard with the first round draft pick.
Yeah,
and it hurt a bit.
They overhyped it.
Yeah, almost. And they had him wrestle Cody on the first.
Yeah,
and it was like, help him. Yeah, that didn't help.
And then they did that thing where he went for a springboard, he went for a springboard. They both missed each other, and it was like, oh.
I think that was intentional, but everyone thinks it's a botch.
I know, but it doesn't look.
It doesn't look great.
From an outsider's perspective.
Yeah.
But no, I completely agree. Carmelo Hayes is. I know, like the thing is that I shit on Carmelo Hayes.
You shit on him just to annoy me.
To annoy
more than like actually hating on Carmelo.
Yes, I very much like Carmelo Hayes. Do not get me wrong. So I fully. Yeah.
He became an inside joke between us. Yeah. For being the biggest hater in the game, because when he was a heel, he'd just interrupt people backstage and just hate on them for no
then
reason.
There's the case of Melo don't miss, and he'd often.
Yeah. I just go back to that clip of Cody walking back through the hallway, and he's like, "What?" He said, "What did he say to him?" I can't remember.
He goes, "Where's Damian Priest? Or where's this person?"
Oh yeah.
And he goes, I don't know. And I wouldn't tell you where he is anyway.
Yeah.
So what are you doing?
Yeah. He says that to Priest, I think. But I think to Cody...
it's Priest looking for somebody.
Yeah,
and he goes,
I wouldn't tell you anyway.
Tell you where he is anyway.
Yeah, you're an idiot. And then he also said, you know what they're saying, Cody? I think that's what he said. You know what they're saying, Cody? And Cody's like, what are they saying? And he goes... The Kevin Owens is right, by the way. And he gets himself pushed over like an idiot.
So funny. But yeah, I think that's the thing is that like even, and I'd refer back to like a Kurt Angle type.
Yeah. Where
he was a heel.
Yeah.
But had really good comedic timing.
Yeah.
And Carmelo Hayes is very similar to that as well.
He does, yeah.
The whole put the fries in the bed, bro.
I quite like that actually, yeah.
So yeah, no, I completely agree. Yeah. That with Carmelo Hayes going in, and yeah, I think like if I saw this from outside perspective, this is actually a really tough choice in my opinion.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah,
but I feel like you might get the win with Carmelo Hayes
because it's a wrestling, yeah.
I think, and the 2 times we put wrestlers in, which was Sheamus and Sol Rucker, they ended up winning overall. Yeah. So again, that is the off-the-mat segment. You can vote for these on the Spotify poll if you see it on there, on the Wrestling Retrospective YouTube channel, on the community page there, or the Steel City Slamboree page as well.
Yep.
So yeah,
we'll move on to Full Gear.
AEW Full Gear. So moving on to AEW Full Gear.
Yep.
Obviously, it started with the trios match.
Yep.
With all the explosions going on in the match, which El Sky team won.
Yep. That's right, yeah.
I only saw the ending. Okada
because so if we wanted to really start the tailgate brawl, we'd both didn't watch it onto the actual show. That's because of Big Boom AJ.
Yeah, basically, I hate that guy.
The pay-per-view starts and Okada enters.
Yeah, so Okada came in late because he doesn't like Takeshita.
Yeah, which made sense.
They ended up losing and costing each other the match anyway, and we continue. It just was fine.
Hechicero was just there.
Poor Hechicero. But we move on to the proper first match, which was Pac versus Darby Allin.
Yeah,
with Pac getting the win.
Yeah,
I thought this was fine. I thought the worst part of this match was when Pac did the Chinese burns on the arm that was already burnt from blood and guts.
Yeah, this match was always going to be like decent, wasn't it? It's Pac and Darby Allin.
I actually thought that this was pretty average for these two because those two are held to such a standard within wrestling.
Yeah.
That this actually downplayed a little bit.
Yeah.
But they are guaranteed a meeting in the Continental Classic.
Yeah, true.
So I don't know whether they were holding back for that.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
But yeah, I said it was cruel of Pac to Chinese burn Darby Allin's burns. Darby Allin was also an idiot for thinking that Pac was going to stay true to his word of this being a one-on-one singles match.
This is not how the Death Riders do business.
Wheeler Yuta get involved. He used some kind of weapon. I can't remember what it was. To take out Darby Allin.
Yeah.
Pac then gets the win.
Yeah.
I said it was a fine match to start off with. Some people I've seen have liked this match more.
Yeah. I've seen some people really hate the ending of the match.
Yeah, but then it's a Death Riders match. What did you really expect?
I agree.
I just want to say we are going to go through this a little bit quicker than Survivor Series because it was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Because we talked a lot during the WWE side.
And it's just not as fresh in our memories. There's less to remember and talk about. Survivor Series, I can remember so much.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We then moved on to the Fatal 4-Way Women's Tag Team match where 2 started in the ring. Stupid rules pisses me off.
Oh my god.
I don't get why we keep doing this.
It makes no sense.
Because in the normal Fatal 4-Way, there's no rules. So why would there be rules in a tag team match?
It's so stupid, yeah.
But it saw the Timeless Love Bombs, also known as Tony Storm and Shirakawa, defeat the Babes of Wrath, which is actually Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron, the Sisters of Sin, which is actually Julia Hart and Sky Blue, and I've heard that this team has a name now. They're like the Mega Problems. I hate that a lot.
The Mega Problems.
So it's Mega Bane and Marina
Shafir. And so they got to pick a stipulation after they won this match, which I don't know what it is, and he won't tell me.
So Marina Shafir and Megan Bane were the MVP of the match.
Most valuable team. Yeah. See this guy, he knows what he's talking about.
Because they were tagging in really well, they actually showed how good they were as a unit. Holly Cameron is very similar to Maxine Dupree.
She probably is.
A comedy character that is presented to be not that good at wrestling and loses a lot to someone who is now incredibly over, wrestles more often, and though Holly hasn't won a championship, she's now in the finals of this tournament.
So she
could win a championship.
Not
a fan of the fact that it was Harley and Tony Storm countering roll up, counter roll up, counter roll up, counter roll up.
Yeah.
Tony Storm, kick to the gut, roll up, win. That was rubbish.
Yeah.
I really didn't like that at all. But I did predict Tony and Mina to get the win here. I thought it made the most sense with them picking the stipulation for the match against Megan and Shafir, which is...
Drum roll, please.
A hardcore holiday death match.
Okay, and that means that it's on Holiday Bash, is what it means.
Well, no, because it's this week on Dynamite.
Oh.
And Holiday Bash is the one we're going to.
Oh, yeah. So hang on a minute. Hardcore Holiday Death Match, what does that mean?
It's just going to be a death match.
Yeah, it's going to be a death match.
Which is very
pretty
bloody.
Crazy. Yeah.
But Megan, Bain, and Marina Shafir, I'm fairly confident I'm going to get the win here. And it's going because Babes of Wrath are in the final as well. They are babyface, therefore heel team's going to
win. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a fun match. Toni Storm is willing to bleed for days if she has to, as we saw earlier this year at Revolution.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's going to be a fun match as far as like the extreme that AEW will go to and the women involved. They tend to do good women's tag street fights, so I'm very looking forward to it.
You can't be a Death Rider without
being in a death match.
So yeah, it makes sense.
Moving on, we have one of the best matches, I think, of the night, which was FTR versus Brodito.
Yeah, really good.
All four were like everything about this worked really well. Bandito is one of the best wrestlers right now.
Yeah,
Brody King is so fluent with wrestling when he comes in for the hot tag because he's such a big guy but can do whatever. Yeah. And FTR are one of the best teams to ever live.
Yeah, so. Brodito cap off their short-ish tag team title run just with another good match. They're consistent with that. Just not a lot of competition really for them. So.
I was so sure that Edge and Christian were going to come back for this.
Yeah. But they didn't.
Because it would have made the most sense. They didn't come back on Dynamite.
They didn't know because Edge is coming back to replace an injured LA Knight against Gunther in the tournament. Wish people would stop saying stuff like that because it's just not going to happen and it fucking triggers me.
Respect to Stokely Hathaway. He took a suicide dive from Brody King.
Yes, he did. Yeah, which took him out for the rest of it.
I thought the first Shatter Machine was going to be the finish.
Yeah.
I thought the belt shot was going to be the finish.
Yeah.
I put down on my notes that Cash Wheeler is an underrated high flyer.
Yeah,
he really flies around the ring at times, and I feel like I put on here. Yeah. There was an awesome reversal to a Doomsday device. I can't remember what happened.
No, I can't either.
I've got a feeling that Bandito landed. No, because the Young Bucks did it and they landed on their feet earlier in the night. I think he turned it into something else, which was very cool.
Yeah.
The resiliency of Bandito is crazy. The amount of punishment he took near the end of that match and kept kicking out, I thought was very good. I am curious to see if Bandito continue as a team going forward.
I kind of hope not.
I would have put a lot of money on them being in the Continental Classic, and then they weren't, which I was very disappointed about.
Fair enough,
but the next time we see Bandito is at Ring of Honor Final Battle, or the next time we see him in a title match, he's defending the Ring of Honor World Championship, which is this weekend on the 5th of December, which is the night of wrestling. There is so much wrestling, and I'm going to watch it all.
He's going to watch it all.
SmackDown with the final of the Last Time in Now tournament. We have TNA Final Resolution, which is going to be crap, and I know it's going to be crap. And you've got the Ring of Honor Final Battle, and there's a
don't like 9-man match.
No. Moving on from that, we had the Casino Gauntlet match.
Yeah.
I have written down the participants.
Ooh.
So we had Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin start the match.
Yes.
Very disappointed. I assumed they were going to have a ding-dong battle to start, and they barely touched each other.
No.
So annoying.
Yeah.
A very typical session.
Ricochet came third, yeah.
He then...
he was a man with a plan.
Yeah, the Demand beat the crap out of the Hurt Syndicate, and Ricochet thought, man, I am cleared here. I am totally fine.
Yeah.
Claudio Castagnoli came out afterwards
Shit
and
himself.
beat the crap out of him.
Obviously.
And then Danny Garcia came out and helped Claudio beat the shit out of him.
Pretty much.
Orange Cassidy came out after that, which was your pick.
To win, I just thought he was a safe winner.
Wheeler Yuta then came out, and you would have thought the Death Riders were 100% going to get a win here.
Yes, there's 3 of them.
To 3, and the other 3 are against each other, so why would they not get a win?
Yep.
Kevin Knight came out, followed by Roderick Strong, Mark Davis, Speedball Mike Bailey, and Matt Menard. I mentioned them so quickly because they had very little actually during this match.
Yeah, and that was it, was it? Or was more?
That was everyone.
The Hurt Syndicate came back in, didn't they? I think
they did. They did a bit of destruction, but not as much as I assumed they were going to have. But they were out for ages.
Yeah.
The match was full of groups apart from Matt Menard.
Yeah. Ricochet kind
the
of...
Death Riders, the Doncaster family,
conglomeration.
Jet Speed, conglomeration, and the Demand.
Yeah, Ricochet, he felt like he kind of stole the win.
Which is very Ricochet. That character.
Who did he pin?
Perfectly. He pinned...
Was it Mark Davis?
No.
Oh.
I think he pinned Wheeler Yuta was about to win, which people would have hated.
Yeah.
And then he took out Wheeler Yuta, which then got him the win.
Which... Yeah, I think Ricochet's a good winner in a ways. You know, he's a great wrestler.
I would have loved to have seen Wheeler Yuta win it, though, just for the reaction of the crowd and just being absolutely booed out of the building.
Yeah. And it is interesting that Ricochet's better as a heel.
Yeah,
you would never have thought that, would you?
But then he was never given a chance to do anything else. So,
yeah, true, yeah.
The interaction between Speedball, Mike Bailey, and Kevin Knight, I thought was really good. They were just reversing stuff, but then Speedball went for a super kick, which Knight then matrixed. It was incredible. I can't wait to see them go 1-on-1 in the Continental Classic.
Yeah, fair enough.
But for me, the Casino Gauntlets are never going to be bad matches because they're just a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. It's like a Royal Rumble, obviously.
Yeah. So for me, this was never going to be a bad one. Eventually we're going to have enough to be able to compare them to others.
Yeah.
And we'll know which ones are bad and which ones are good.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, I mean, this one wasn't as star-studded, but worked really well. And the design to the National Championship is mid.
Yeah, it's not great, is it?
I understand that it's a tribute to the NWA title. There are going to be people out there that go, they've ripped off the NWA.
Well, the NWA...
It's a tribute.
Well, the NWA champion said that.
It's ridiculous. It's just like, it's a tribute to an old belt. That's why it looks that way. It's not them taking the piss or anything like that. Yeah, it's just a tribute. Can we chill out? But no, I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm curious to see how Ricochet goes. He has I want to say it's some kind of open challenge on Ring of Honor Final Battle because he has to defend it in every other company. I think it's going to be against Dalton Castle because of what happened on Dynamite.
Right. Okay. I don't know too much about Dalton Castle, but
he's good to be fair. He's a bit camp.
Fair enough.
Moving on from that, we had one of the more physical matches of the night, which was Kyle O'Reilly defeating Jon Moxley.
Yeah.
It had a very methodical pace to it. I put on my notes.
Yeah.
Bryan Danielson helped out massively here because he explained why it was no holds barred.
Yeah.
Which was not because they could use the fork, which Moxley does like to do.
He does.
Not to use weapons.
It was bloody.
It's because they could use illegal holds.
Which is why it's called an no holds barred match.
Yeah.
Thinks about that.
Because this was all very submission based, and this usually isn't my kind of thing.
No.
But I thoroughly enjoyed it, and it was my match of the night.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was one of the more memorable ones.
We did see Moxley break out the fork.
Yeah, he loves that.
He did put it in the nipple of Kyle O'Reilly, which I hated.
Yeah. Everyone's been nipple crippled once in their life, so, you know.
But yeah, this had great counter wrestling in it. I thought there was a moment where Moxley, he did what WWE fans might call the sacrifice from Penta. Yeah. He pulled his arm back and he kind of messed him up.
Yeah.
There is I think it's a work injury that Kyle O'Reilly's arm is now broken.
Yeah.
Which is why he wasn't put in the Continental Classic.
Yeah, I thought it was a bit of a shock that Kyle won.
Yeah, absolutely. And there was a moment where Kyle O'Reilly held onto his trunks to avoid a submission, which I thought was very smart considering that his arm was hurt.
Yeah.
And this is what I put in my notes. So you'll have to apologise for my French. What the fuck is going on with Jon Moxley?
He's a loser. He's going to get... Well, I'm assuming he's going to get kicked out eventually of the Death Riders. Claudio's going to take over as...
You would think so, and I think it'd be a good thing for Claudio to finally get into that main event scene. It's taken him long enough.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
But I assume some kind of push for Kyle is going to be on after this, whenever he comes back.
You'd assume, wouldn't you? You would assume.
But Moxley did win his first match in the Continental Classic against Dorado, which is good.
Good, yeah. I like Dorado, though, so...
True. And then one very bloody and extreme match to the other, where Mark Briscoe defeated Cal Fletcher in what for me was a very big shock.
Yeah.
But then the stipulation of him joining the Doncaster family didn't help that fact.
No.
But yeah, I put on my notes very bloody but very questionable.
Yeah, I get the whole argument of like Kyle can lose the belt so he can move on to bigger things. I understand that. I don't think I would have had him lose it yet, though.
My issue is that remains to be seen.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if he doesn't move on to bigger things, I'm going to be very annoyed.
He did beat Okada, though.
But he beat Okada last year.
That's fair enough, yeah.
So that again, it depends how he does in the Continental Classic, and I think he's a favourite to win it.
Yeah,
I don't think they're going to have Okada win a 9th tournament.
You'd hope not.
Plus, they need to break up those championships.
Yeah,
Unified title doesn't mean crap.
No, it doesn't. Doesn't mean anything.
But yeah, both men were pissing blood. There was Don Callis is just a fantastic manager. He's just so good. He's got the best out of so many people.
Yeah.
Kyle Fletcher's powerbomb. He does it like the last ride.
Yeah.
It's brutal.
Yeah,
like Mark Briscoe hit the back of his head, smacked them pretty bad.
Yeah.
But we saw a net breaker on the bunch of chairs on the outside. Tax.
Yeah.
The falling elbow drop.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just like Kyle was laid out. Kyle was also climbing the ladder, and he elbowed him down into it.
Yes. I do remember that now. Yeah.
The screwdriver shot, which are always bad.
Yeah.
Brainbuster into the tax from each man to the other.
Yeah. I liked that when they brought the tax out, the commentary team. Well, I think Fletcher might have brought the tax out, and the commentary team were like, "Well, why have you done that when Briscoe's just won a tax and table? Or was it tax and
tables?
Tax and tables match against MJF. Why would you put tax in with it? Yeah.
Yeah, and then we saw the barbed wire razor's edge from Briscoe to.
Yes. Sorry. Yeah. I think
my question is the Fletcher Blue household.
Yeah.
Is they're freaks. They're a very unique household. Because both of them were pissing blood in a match.
Yeah, those guys lose a lot of blood.
We saw the possibility of a stabbing.
Yeah.
Kyle Fletcher put the screwdriver through the top rope and he was going to do the brainbuster.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I crapped myself. I thought, would AEW do a stabbing? Probably.
Probably, yeah.
But yeah, as I said, it only makes sense if Kyle Fletcher goes up the card.
Absolutely.
But again, as I said, that does remain to be seen.
It does.
But hopefully, I got a feeling he will because he showed out at all out.
Yeah.
Hoping that's the reason why he's lost here.
Yeah.
Following that, we had a trios match for the $1 million.
$1 million.
Where the Young Bucks defeated Josh. No, they didn't. They teamed with Josh Alexander to defeat Kenny Omega and Jurassic Express.
Yeah. So I want to say my piece on this match. So these guys reach such a high level in the ring that if this was a match within WWE, it'd be up for match of the year. Or not match of the year, but it would be if this was a match on WWE, you'd have this in like your top 10 matches of the year. But for them, it feels pretty run of the mill.
It really did. I put on my notes it was a decent match,
but I think it was pretty good. Those guys just reach such a high level that at least it's such a step. They go to such great heights that it doesn't seem that great.
It's a okay AEW match.
It's a really good WWE match. Unfortunately,
I thought Kenny Omega was in the ankle lock for ages. And then when he took the BTE trigger in the ankle lock, that should have been the finish.
Yeah.
And it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
We saw a great reversal of the Doomsday device, the one I remember, which is where the Young Bucks took it at the same time, but both of them landed on their feet.
Yeah.
And then super kicked. This is the Young Bucks.
My question is, do they need more Elite Law?
Well, we got more Elite Law as the Young Bucks just left their $1 million to Don Callis
for some reason.
Idiots,
and
gave Kenny Omega a hug.
You're going to let Don Callis reinvest that money into getting new members, are you?
Oh my God, that's so funny. He's going to send it to Andrade so he actually has some money to spend.
Yeah, so he can live.
Well, no, as you said, this was a decent match, but within the AEW law, this is just a decent match.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of this whole who the Young Bucks are going to be friends with this time.
Yeah.
We've done this way too many times. But at the same time, it adds another trio, and it takes Kenny Omega out of doing singles matches, which is what AEW don't want him to do because he is a battered boy.
Yeah, fair enough.
But not a lot to say about that one.
No, not too much, no.
We move on to what was the most stressful match I've had in a long time.
Yeah.
I'd probably say I haven't been so stressed during a match since Logan Paul versus Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel.
Yeah, fair enough.
Which was Chris Statlander defeating, thank God, Mercedes Moné to retain the Women's Championship.
Yeah.
I was a little bit too invested. I thought that Statlander was real hurt with her arm. Luckily, it doesn't really seem to be that way at all. It was just a thing for the match.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen Chris Statlander be dominated like this by anybody.
I thought the match was a tad underwhelming. Not like massively.
Yeah.
Just a tad.
Statlander's faced Willow Nightingale, Megan Bayne. They haven't dominated and had such a one-sided match that Mercedes had against someone like Chris Statlander.
Yeah.
She did 14 suplexes.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
It's Brock Lesnar numbers of suplexes.
That was ridiculous. In a row, though, as well. Not just
back
broken
to
up.
back to back to back.
Yeah.
By that point, I had accepted the worst was going to happen.
That was symbolism of the fact that she thought she was going to be 14 belts Monet after the match. Obviously, she wasn't.
Yeah, I thought the 2 seatbelt pins were it, and then they weren't again because Statlander's been doing it to get to. She won it to win the title and did it to retain the title.
Yeah.
I thought at times it was too close to call, especially near the end.
Yeah.
I believe Monet did a lovely package power driver to Statlander.
I think she did, yeah. Transitional moves.
The Poison Rana is just one of my favourite moves in wrestling.
Yeah.
And Statlander sells it like a champ. But yeah, I liked it more because of the high stress situation. It's always good when you've got wrestling matches where you're so invested that you're just stressed throughout.
That is true, yeah.
I'm pretty sure Chris Statlander pinned her and I hit the floor. I just laid out on the floor and I think, fuck, this is
Praise the Lord.
But it was their third best match.
Yeah, it was
out of the 3 matches they've had.
It was good.
The matches at Full Gear last year and World's End last year were much better than this one, in my opinion.
Fair enough.
But very happy that Statlander's still champion.
Yep.
Do we know who she's facing next? No, it was not clear who she's going to face next, which is a bit of a shame. I've heard some people throw around Athena, but I don't like this whole champion facing other champions. It just annoys me.
We need to preserve champions. Someone's got half the belts in the world. So.
Yeah, true. True, and then in the main event, we had Samoa Joe defeat Hangman Adam Page to become the new AEW World Champion, and this had a lot of swerves in it.
Ooh. You got me hook, line, and sinker there.
I wrote off Samoa Joe completely for this one.
Yes, I didn't think Samoa Joe was going to win.
It was very bloody, very quickly.
Yeah.
Joe had a right gash on his forehead.
Yeah.
Going very early into this one. I thought that this was much better than their match at Wrestle Dream.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
I don't like, and this is very, in a way, it's very WWE.
Yeah.
I don't like that every steel cage match AEW do now that there has to be interference in it.
Yeah, I see what you mean, yeah.
Because we saw Shibata come out, but Eddie Kingston leveled out the numbers and they kind of fought into the back.
Yeah.
Hobbs came out and with his own hands broke the lock on the door so he could get in. You saw Hook come out. Hook then turns heel.
Yes.
And he was an op the whole time.
Yes.
I don't think he was an op though. I don't understand why they want to play it that way.
Yeah.
The Dynamite promo he did wasn't great.
Fair enough.
I preferred Hook when he was just a quiet killer.
Yeah.
Rather than doing promos, especially when Joe can talk for the whole team.
Yeah.
And Joe's an incredible talker.
He is a great talker.
I'd rather just go with that. But yeah, no, it made the way it went down made perfect sense of Joe getting the win.
Yeah.
Very surprised to see Joe get the win. And then afterwards, we saw the most dangerous man in AEW return in Swerve Strickland, which I could not have been happier.
Very happy with. Love Swerve. That's it, really. Love Swerve.
Yeah, I mean, it was. The thing is that, and we've said this on the podcast before, which is there was a lack of main event talent in AEW that are going for the title.
Yeah,
Do not get me wrong. There's many main event talents, but the absence of Swerve and Will Ospreay has been apparent,
evident. Yeah.
Yeah. Now it might just be a case of they're just not moving other people into that main event scene. They could have quite easily put Okada, Takeshita, or Kyle in that position.
Yeah.
They could have put Omega in that position, but I don't think they want to because of the whole diverticulitis thing.
Yeah.
As well as loads of other people.
Yeah.
And, Bobby Lashley could quite easily go into an event scene, but for some reason they're just not going to do that. So yeah, it just makes a lot of sense.
It's all their, in quotes, backstage politicking.
Yeah.
That they do, apparently.
So yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if we saw the rematch from Revolution at World's End. The triple threat.
Yeah, could happen.
Swerve versus Hangman versus Joe.
House call.
My issue is the fact that I want to see that title back on Swerve immediately.
That's fair, but Swerve beat Joe again.
I mean, possibly.
Yeah,
it'll be. I think. Sorry, fucking glitch. I think it would be interesting to see Swerve pin Hangman. To get the title from Joe.
Yeah.
Because then it kind of opens the door to Hangman Swerve again.
Yeah.
Where he goes, well, I get it because we don't like each other.
Yeah.
but we were supposed to be on the same page, and then we get at Revolution Hangman Swerve again.
What more could they do though in that? What more could they do in Hangman?
They could just have a basic singles match again.
They could, yeah.
I feel like there's you go so far in one direction, you can actually pull it back to be normal again, and it works.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I had a thought. I can't remember it. Fuck's sake.
Fair.
We'll circle back round if I remember.
But yeah, no, I thought, as I said, it wasn't the best main event they've done.
Yeah.
Some people complained about the show because it went long.
They always go long.
Personally, I'm used to it now. I know what I'm getting in for when it comes to AEW.
I remembered my thought.
Yeah, what's your thought?
We don't care. It was a bit. I thought it was a bit silly that Swerve took out like 15 guys.
What do you mean, Swerve? Most dangerous man?
No one takes out 15 guys by themselves.
I mean, sure, I don't know. Hangman helped him. They both stood
in a way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, fair enough. It
is what it is.
I believe in Swerve more than you do. Clearly. But no, I don't know. It kind of. I'm glad that Swerve was back and they left it for the main event. I thought they might bring MJF back out for this, and they didn't. Yeah. And again, it's like one of those things where I thought they were going to do returns and they didn't. But yeah, I don't know. There wasn't a real main event for this one because Statlander and Mania wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
This wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. So we've kind of reverted back to the early parts of the year where main events aren't hitting, but mid card matches. I mean, I don't mean mid card as in like the mid card division.
Yeah, I mean like the
matches
middle
in the middle of the card. Are hitting.
Yeah,
like the Brodito match, like the Moxley match, like the Briscoe match.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't think it's a bad thing. I think overall it was a decent review. I think I gave it 6 out of 10. So it wasn't the best.
It wasn't the best.
We've had. I am looking forward to World's End though because there's just all kinds of potential for dream matches I want to see.
For the Continental Classic mainly.
The Continental Classic is something I have a lot of investment in.
Very much.
Because we get to go and see it.
Yes.
This will go out tomorrow.
It's the third. Oh, so 2 weeks up.
Literally bang on 2 weeks from today, we're going to be going to Dynamite.
Yeah.
And I'm praying on a Moxley Takeshita match. I'm praying on it. But at World's End, if Moxley comes second, and I've explained this to you.
Yeah.
But if Moxley comes second in the Blue League, and Takeshita comes first in the Blue League, and then Fletcher would get second in the Gold League, and Okada wins the Gold League.
Yeah.
We get Moxley versus Okada, which has never happened one-on-one.
Yeah.
We get Takeshita versus Fletcher, which I assume hasn't happened one-on-one. It might have when Takeshita was face.
Yeah.
But we haven't had it in the Don Callis family iteration where they both come on leaps and bounds since.
Yeah.
And then that could lead to the match that we're leading to, which is Okada versus Takeshita.
Yeah, the match that surely has to be the final,
which I cannot wait for.
Yeah, fair enough.
We got glimpses of it at All Out in the Triple Threat with Dorada.
Yeah.
I am ready to see these two beat the crap out of each other one on
fair enough.
So,
okay.
Yeah, that's why I have much investment in the Continental Classic, and there's just good matches all around in it.
So I have a question for you.
Yes, ma'am?
If you had to pick a match of the month for November, what would be
Women's Blood and Guts?
I find it hard to disagree.
There was, when I was putting my article together on DKO Wrestling, there was only 8 matches. Usually I get into the double figures.
Yeah.
It was a struggle this time round.
What are some of your highlights of the month matches was?
So you had the 2 Blood and Guts matches.
Yeah.
Briscoe and Fletcher on this show, Brodito match, and my match of the night for Full Gear, which was Moxley and Kyle O'Reilly.
Yeah.
The last man standing match between Trick Williams and Ricky Saints on NXT.
Yeah.
And Bandido versus Mascara Dorada, which happened on the 1st of November on Collision.
Yeah.
And Ilya Dragunov versus Axiom.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
I thought that was. Ilya had a good match with JD 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But no, the one with Axiom was very, very good.
Yeah, fair enough.
And my wrestler of the month was John Cena.
John Cena.
My video came out yesterday.
He's done it again.
It was literally very hard to choose one. I actually had to bring you into the mix for that one because I just couldn't figure it out.
There isn't many standouts, but at the end of the day, he announced the last time is now tournament. He won the Grand Slam in the IC title. He put over a young talent.
Yeah, he won his last match on Raw.
So
yeah, the only 3 dates he did, he really made count.
He picked the Iron Survivors as well.
Yeah, which is going to be good. I'm looking forward to that one.
So he just had
Jada Parker got screwed out of the Iron Survivor, which I'm just not. I thought me and John Cena are on a wavelength. We are clearly not.
No. Bloody Jonathan.
Yep.
So I think we've kind of covered everything. We've been talking for a while.
Yeah, so if you did enjoy it, do subscribe or follow on Spotify. Is that a follow?
I think it's a follow.
I think it's a
follow.
And yeah, do subscribe to the Wrestling Retrospective and the Steel City Slamboree channel.
Yeah.
Do look out for the voting on the Off the Mat segment.
Yeah.
Is there anything you would like to plug?
Yes. Carmelo Hayes. Support
Oh my God.
I just had a stroke. Support marshmallows. Support Carmelo Hayes. We want Mello. Pushed up the card.
Yeah.
Enough said.
Fair. Yeah, fair. Yeah, you can follow the Wrestling Retrospective on Twitter, Instagram, on Threads now, on TikTok. It is literally just called the Wrestling Retrospective on all of them. If you type into the search bar, you will find it.
The people. Yeah. Outreach everywhere.
Yeah, I try to. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, fair enough.
But there's also coverage on the Wrestling Retrospective channel of TNA Final Resolution this week. The predictions should be out like today, maybe, or tomorrow when this goes out. As well as my deadline predictions, which will be out on Thursday. I'm looking forward to the Answer Challenge. I love those matches.
Yeah, great stuff.
I'm not going to lie to you. I'm kind of hoping that Oberfemi gets the NXT title back, even though he won't.
No, I don't think
which is really annoying. But
yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, thank you very much for watching and or listening.
Yeah.
And yeah, we will see you guys in the next one.
Peace.